Welcome to the third in our five-part series of Living the Heart-Centered Life. I'm Lauren Wingate, an intuitive mentor. I first want to share that I do not show up for a session with someone or do a recording or a live without being in a heart-centered space. It brings incredible joy to my spirit and translates to others that I help. It's delicious. So today, we are fortunate to have a live interview with my client, Lisa Taylor, a highly successful entrepreneur who has chosen to shift the philosophy of her business from a mindset structured business to a heart-centered structured business. Welcome, Lisa. We're happy to have you here.
Thank you so much. It's my joy.
Oh, fabulous. Would you please share with us what your business is and why you chose this particular business?
Sure. Well, I like to say that I'm on mission to inspire, equip, and empower women to live a life that they design, whether rather than living their life just on autopilot. And I do that by partnering with a people company called Labri Pure and Natural. And they we sell aloe-based skincare products that provide natural solutions to skincare challenges, from anti-aging to rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, acne, all of the things, natural solutions. So why did I choose this company to partner with? Mostly because I guess two reasons. One, it provided a solution, a natural solution to my adult acne. I had struggled for many, many moons with adult acne, and it provided that solution. And then, as a breast cancer survivor, I'm committed and passionate about educating women and their families about the dangers of using you know over-the-counter brands or even high-end brands that that are using chemicals and artificial synthetics that are indeed harmful.
Yeah.
And so I really feel like my educator self shows up to really be that voice of awareness
Yeah.
to help them, really know what they're putting on their skin, because our skin's our largest organ,
Yeah.
and things get absorbed very, very quickly into our bloodstream.
Sure. Well, that's a very compelling reason as to why you got into your business. What is the difference between your business interactions with customers and your team you were previously doing before you chose to shift your business to a heart-centered platform?
Well, I can honestly tell you that I'm a natural go-getter. Okay. So all of the outward rewards were very appealing as I started my business. And so it was, this outward recognition, outward, hitting the mark, going for those were things that in my head, I could wrap my head around it and then go for it. Did I think I was serving my clients? Sure. But I think, if I was totally honest, I think my motive was to get the rewards, right? To be recognized, to achieve a certain level, to feel successful, or to deem, for others to deem me as successful.
Sure.
Um, and that shift really has happened because of awareness and working with you, um, really kind of changing my own focus from, instead of seeking the approval and accolades and recognition outside of myself,
Mhm.
the shift has happened and continues. I mean, I haven't arrived, but that the shift is happening in me really being inward focused in my heart, and um finding my satisfaction, I think, just within me.
Hmm.
I think that's the biggest shift. And so that shift, um, it is, I mean, the contrast is, am I looking outside for my identity and approval and, my purpose, or am I looking inward to my heart, um, for how has God made me? What do I have to offer? And who am I? Who am I at my core? And really being grounded in that.
Yep.
That's been the biggest shift.
Okay. So my next question was, can you share the impact that this shift has made in your life, which you really just explained, and to
Mhm.
those you work with? What change have you seen with the people that you interact with, your customers, the people on your team?
Sure. So I think the biggest thing that I've seen is in my own, in me, right? I mean, I feel I feel the shift, meaning before it was all about striving. It
Mhm.
was like, I got to do this. I got to get this done, and I got to meet this benchmark and reach this goal and make sure my name's in the newsletter. Um and so it was very exhausting,
Mhm.
and it's kind of elusive, like the end goal always shifted, or like you reach this goal and then, oh yeah, there's more. And so it's like it wasn't ever a place of peace, or it was just a lot of striving. That would be the biggest word, in the head centered,
Yep.
philosophy.
Yep.
In my heart centered philosophy, I just have a ton of peace. And I think the biggest shift in me, and I'll talk about the impact, but the impact it's had on me is peace.
Mhm.
Um, it's grounding. It's like knowing who I am, and operating and having thoughts of like, how can I serve? How can I just be of service to the
Mhm.
people on my team and in my customers? and I've dabbled in that, I think, prior, but this is like really being the foundation of how I'm showing up in my thoughts. And so
Yep.
so for instance, like, there is a whole bunch of to-dos that I know I need to do, and my head goes, yep, that's got to all get done, Lisa. But my heart center goes, okay, so get quiet, Lisa, and what's the approach to take? So I've started to write thank yous, handwritten thank yous to my customers, just as a way of blessing them. Who
Yep.
who doesn't like to get happy mail? Because we don't get happy mail anymore. I mean,
Right.
it's just unheard of. And so it's asking myself, getting quiet to go, how can I just be me, and show up to serve my team, my clients, my customers. um and so it is just that. I think
Mhm.
that's been the shift. um you know is there evidence in my team and customers? Yeah, I get like, oh my gosh, I got, your card, thank you so much, that meant the world to me. Well, at the end of the day, if I sell or I don't sell, or I make money or I don't make money, a heart-centered philosophy approach to my business is, yeah, that felt good. That felt
Yes.
good
Yes.
to serve and for them to be blessed, and to, whether they reach out and say that to me or not, I feel it
Mhm.
inside my soul.
Exactly. That's so well said. And I want to add to that. I love that you said the feeling, because that's what we really concentrate on in this work is getting you into a heart space, which is kind of uncomfortable for a lot of people. And then asking how that feels. And I have this in my newsletter, which comes out tomorrow, but it's, if I ask someone, how does that feel? I know we've worked on this together. It's like, no, you have to go up here and say what's in your mind. It's like, well, okay, but I want to know how this feels. And initially that's somewhat uncomfortable. And then the other thing and you have transcended so beautifully, it's really exciting. And the other thing I want to add to that, when you come from a heart-centered space, that's a really high vibration energetically. And when you present in that way, whether you're talking to a team member or a client, they feel that. And it
Mhm.
elevates the conversation. It elevates the event or whatever it is you're working on, even if it's just filling out the form for the client. I mean, they're just feeling
Yeah.
like, wow, this is super special. I feel special. So along with the notes, which I love, a very heart-centered endeavor, to be able to raise someone's energy is a really special thing to be able to do.
Yes, for
So
sure.
yeah. So I like to keep these short, and we are. And I want to thank you so much for these insights, Lisa. It's just marvelous to hear. And I know this is thought-provoking for our followers. So, Lisa, can you tell us where we can get in touch with you and learn more about your business?
Sure. You can always reach me. You can message me on Facebook, and I don't know. I'll probably put in the notes below here. Like I have an Instagram handle and a LinkedIn handle.
Sure.
Um,
And we'll
but
put that in the description as well, but I still like you to share.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can always reach me. It's just Lisa Taylor, or Lisa K. Taylor on most of it, but I will put it in the notes just to be sure. But
Yep.
Labria is the company that I'm working with, and they're such a people-oriented company, and they offer samples if people want to try before they buy. They have a 60-day money-back guarantee. There's just so much about it. And then obviously, like working with me, you just I love what I do, and I offer them the very best. So
Yeah.
I'm
And you're highly successful at what you do, I want to add. So
thank
thank
you.
you, Lisa. Please add any comments or questions. And we look forward to seeing you all next week for another edition of Living a Heart-Centered Life.